Cube. We're sitting here pulling the RAM sticks. We're pulling the IC chips off. Focus is a little chunky. Get them all nice and clean. Then we'll trim the RAM fingers off. Save those for gold recovery. First, we got to pull these BGAs off. Get them ready for gold recovery too. Not quite ready to go. Hey, what up, nice junk? Good to see you. Yeah, the YT doesn't ask too many questions like TT does. I see you said hi. Scorpion, nice junk said hi.
What's up?
You should pop in and say hi. I don't know why it's not focused. There we go. Still having focusing issues. Well, whatever. Maybe it's my eyeballs. I don't know. Pull back a little bit. Hey, Urban Prospector, how you doing? This right here, this is a guitar fret pliers. And then these are custom. Cobalt didn't make them. These are regular needle nose pliers, but Scorpion cut the top off. But they have a lot more grip. Easy on the hands. Yeah. You know what? When I send you a pair of these, Mr. Nice Junk, and when you start breaking them down, you will understand. I have to sit there and pay attention to what I'm doing, not look at the camera. You can take a pair of needle nose and make your own. Or you can buy them on the cheap store for 20 bucks. They even got a nice Japanese pair for 50. Yeah, they're awesome. I mean, I'd rather use a toaster oven / air fryer. Then they pop off even nice. Set this for 450 degrees. These chips will fly right. Even the... Do I have the ones with the legs on them? I think these are all the old ones. Or the newer ones, yeah. I don't know if I... No. The ones that have legs on them, you need to use heat. These, easy peasy. Just careful. Yep. They work good. BJ's. I think a pound of these give you 1.5 grams back. Not bad. And get that tape out of the way. Make sure it's thumbs up, all you 14 people. Come on now. I might hurt myself. At least get some 14 thumbs up. Here you get a nice rhythm going. And then I take these right here and I bring them over here. Get the copper shears out. Don't forget old Patrick. He's on my cutter. I'm gonna bring him over here. Oh, make sure this is in the right. There we go. I'm gonna trim that gold finger right off of there. Oh, too close. A little farther out. It helps if it's bolted down. But there we go. Clean, trim, Goldfinger. A pound of those equals payday. Look at this guy. He won't even come over and give me no love. Won't give me no love. Nice. I got a piece of gold on the floor. Let me pick it up. There we go. Yeah. Go back to these. So the gold always exposed. Yeah, closer you get, the better it is. Less junk in the solution. We run lazy man. Oh, that one's got a flap. That one's got that chip on there. I'll have to pull that off with the heat. Well, maybe. Let me see here. I might. Oh, look at that. Bonus. There ain't much on that chip, though. We'll set that aside. You can only do that with the custom-made Cobalt Scorpion Metals Edition. Because I didn't make them. Look how easy that is. It's like butter. It's like butter. Or some hidden under the green. On this one, you don't see no gold visible. There's not much gold in there. It does have the dots like a BGA, ball grid array, but these normally don't have nothing. There might be very little. There's going to be more in that than there is going to be in that big chip. Right or wrong, Scorpion?
Yeah.
Yeah, at least you can answer.
He
He can't come up. This one right here. Look.
With the guy.
There ain't nothing in those. There's very little. And there's no gold visible.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, he's a slacker. No on the board. On this board, if you don't see gold dots, then no. This is a copper-based board, other than we trim off the gold fingers. No. It has to be... What'd you do with the chips that had the gold on it? Huh? The chips, the Ram sticks I gave you that had gold on it. Can you hand me one, please? I have a serious question here. Oh. I only wanted one, but that's fine. When you see them like that, see all the gold? Don't worry about the dirty hands because I've been working. That's a gold board. Now, is it gold all the way through? Not necessarily. But that's still gold Enoch showing versus this board that has no gold showing. You can look at the little dots up here. They're copper. I don't know why this phone is not focusing. What the crap? Let me clean it real quick. There you go. That's a copper board. Now, if those dots were freaking gold, then I would put them aside, like how these are. See, those are gold. That's the difference between the boards you want to keep separated for gold recovery. Did I answer your question, Dan? Yeah, I tried to go live on TikTok, but they wanted picture ID, and I'm like, nah, that's not gonna happen. I'll just shut my other account down and start a new one. I don't care. Sometimes the chips get a little stingy. You might have to go back to the original OG cutters, OG pliers. You can at least stop in and give me a thumbs up. Come on, man. I'm on YouTube. I can't go on TikTok because they want an ID.
Oh, they want an ID?
Yeah, they want an ID, so I'm like, the heck with that. I went on YouTube. I went on the... No, guess what? Now this one, nice junk. Let me show you when I get it off. Oh, maybe. Right there and right there, there's gold. Can you see it? Versus, there's no gold on it. Now, even though that has a few little, that has them 4 gold dots in the 4 corner. No, 2 gold dots. There's hardly any gold on that board. I might have to use heat to get this off. Yep, I'll have to use heat to pull that off. How many Ram sticks does it take to get a pound of chips? Oh, I don't know.
You know?
A lot. But that I have not calculated. But I have this bag. This bag is full of BGAs. That's what I'm pulling off right here. BGAs, because they gotta have the little dots underneath them. That's not BGAs.
Oh, no.
I know.
Chips.
I have those. But I'm showing the BGAs. That right there is 1.5 pounds. So it takes a lot. And then the chips that have the fingers on them, well, they get mixed in with everything that the other chips that have fingers on them. Flat packs, yeah, right here. This is the other chip that you'll find on a BGA, but see, it has metal legs. So that they get thrown in with flat packs that have metal legs, because these will put muriatic acid and that'll eat the metal off. And once we get all the metal off and we get the chip, man, this phone is messing up bad. Once we get the metal legs all off, then we'll burn all this down to a white ash. That's why they call it ashen. Can you still sell this stuff? No, we're not going to sell them. But anyways, we're going to burn these all the way down. Well, actually, I'm not going to burn nothing down. I might put it in muriatic acid and get the tin off of it, and then I'm going to send it to my refiner. And then the chips, the Ram sticks that are copper, we have a grinder. We're going to put them in the grinder. We'll grind them through. Then we'll do an acid series to them. This is a future stuff that Scorpion's got going on for copper ones only. Now, the gold ones, that's a different process. But we're not selling we don't sell nothing to the scrapyard. The only thing we sell to the scrapyard is tin shred. Everything else we sit there and we sit on, we hoard it, and we go for the gold recovery, silver recovery, and then we go for the, I guess we're going to go after the copper recovery. Now, some of y'all may want to sit there and sit on some chips, your DDR3s, your DDR4s. You may want to sit on them because rumor has it there's going to be a RAM shortage again. That's 100% up to you. We're in it for the gold. Paper money's getting, who knows, it might go obsolete, may not. I don't know. How many? Let's see. If you took the chips off and you took the fingers off, maybe somebody might buy them, but there's not much copper inside, so not many yards are going to pay. Well, we're going to start harvesting the copper that's out of them. Of course, the gold. We're all about gold recovery. Scorpion walked away. He still didn't come in here and give me a freaking thumbs up. Man, I tell you what, next time he makes a video, I'll be like, fuck you. Pardon my French. And then, it's like 1.3 pounds of clean fingers. As soon as I got 2 pounds, I can send that to my refiner. We'll go from there. Does the gold go for good money? I think a gram is like $130 some right now. So yeah, you could sell a pound of ram sticks to go in line and get $43, which is kind of crap because I know of 3 yards that I can mail a pound and get $50. And it wouldn't cost me that much in shipping. I'd still make about $5 more. You could take a pound of clean fingers, a pound of BGAs, and make more money than that. But if you took an actual pound of these and broke it all down, it's gonna be more than $40. But then you have chemicals and time, but we don't value time. It's the clock that just spins. But even in chemicals, it's not that much. It's not as bad as they claim. Got to spend money to make money. That's the fact of life. Anybody that tells you otherwise, they're a fool. You can argue with me all you want. I don't care. You got to spend money to make money. That's business 101. Yep, $138 as of today. It keeps going up. Remember when old E-Waste Mike started? It was $14 for a pound of ram sticks. $14 when he started, and now it's $43. So, you know, like I told him, hold a pound back every month. Hold a pound back every time he gets a run in. He could have held 10 pounds back for all that time. He'd have a rainy day fund all day long. What do I know? These are guitar fret pliers. They work really well because they're thin and they get up underneath the chip. Yeah, USDA. Canada probably be a little more. Well, I don't think Canada buys cheap. Well, yeah, they buy gold. I think your gold's a lot more, to be honest with you. I think here in the States it's $4,000. In Canada it's $5,000 and change. Drink enough Dr. Peppers, all of a sudden I'm awake. Be honest with you, the easiest way to do these right here is you get you an air fryer / toaster oven. My friend on TikTok, Scrap Happy Pappy is his name. He would stick a handful of these in there, wait about 5 minutes, pull them out, hold them with some needle nose pliers, and just go, and it would just fall right off. That's the fastest way to do it. Second fastest way is what I'm doing right here. I'm inside the basement. I can't be producing off gas of smell. Nothing dangerous, but you know how women are. Something's burning. Yeah, money. You don't say nothing when you're spending that credit card. 13 people in here. Hit the thumbs up. Come on, show the love. We're depopulating RAM sticks. Add Q&A sticker. The words sound wrong. No thanks. It's been a while since I've been on YouTube Live. They got AI in here. Now some chips will mess up on you. No big deal. Just leave them. Come back with the heat gun. Heat them up and they pop right off. Nope, there's a solder. Each one of those little dots, that's why they call it a BGA. That's a ball grid array. Back here. And that's what solders on. I don't know why my... There we go. See right there? Connects onto all the different contact points. You can see it in the reflection. See all them little dots right there? Underneath there is a bunch of copper wires connecting all into that. And that's what goes into the BGA chip right here. So once I get all these processed, then I come over here to the cutter and I'll cut them. And I'll show you for anybody that's new. It's not perfect because it's not mounted down. It would be better if it was mounted down. Mounted to the... You want to get at least... You want to show all gold and hardly any green. Like this one. I didn't get that good. But it'll be alright. Well, to be honest with you, rumor has it there's going to be a shortage again, so technically I really want to hang on to all of them. But these chips right here came in on a trade for something else, and Scorpion wants what Scorpion wants, so he wants these cut, so whatever. Because some of these are 8 gigs. That's probably a pretty good RAM stick to hang on to, I think. I don't know. But they're not really mine to discuss. If there is going to be a RAM shortage, maybe the gold recovery is not the best answer. But it's not for me to make that decision. I know the DDR3 and 4s. That's all I know. They generally come out of servers. I know the DDR4s they go crazy for. These are newer ones because they don't have the legs on them. But the DDR4s are newer and they don't have legs on them either. I don't know what that means, Urban. We don't do much of the eBay resale, so I'm not informed on that. 8 people watching, 8 thumbs up. Sweet. Yep, older sticks do pay more. Everything older pays more because older gold prices were cheaper, so they used it more. The more gold prices go up, the less they use the gold. The more newer boards you find, it's not gold plated, it's gold flashed, or it's even less than flashed. Gold Enoch, as I'm heard before. They call it gold Enoch when you see a little, you see this corner piece here, and there'll be a little piece of gold wrapped around that hole. They call that gold Enoch. It's lighter than light, just like right here. These come out of the back of the TVs, the flat screens. They're a lot longer than this. That piece right there is called gold Enoch. This piece of gold going right here, all this gold you see. Well, the back of these come off the flat screen TVs, flat screen monitors. It takes 11 pounds of this right here. Even though you see all that gold, it takes 11 pounds to equal 1 gram. That's why, for the best bang that you want to go after, let me find it in my stash here. Besides ram sticks, ram fingers, you want to go after gold corner BGAs. I can figure out where they're at right here. This is what you want to go after. You want to go after gold recovery. The top alone will have more gold than this bottom piece will have. 1 pound of just the tops, pretty much just one pound of the tops alone will bring you back 3.5 grams of gold. So what did someone say a pound of, what is it? 1 gram of gold is like 136. So 1 pound of just these tops, the bottom's a plus, is going to get you 3.5 grams back. Yeah. So all the times we used to watch YouTube and people are like, oh, gold corner BGA, but they wouldn't tell you nothing else because they're gatekeeping bastards. Yeah. Or maybe you were fortunate enough and they told you. I don't know. Never said nothing to me. Whatever. I know now. Now these are regular BGAs. A pound of these is, I think a pound of these brings back 1.5 grams. I could be off, it could be under. I don't really know. I don't waste my time with 1 pound. I fill up a 2-gallon bag and send it to the refiner. Whatever, clown. Do I look like a hacker? I'm stripping boards, and you make a dumb comment like that. Entertain yourself somewhere else, friend. Oh, it would work. It would work so much better, nice junk. He uses an air fryer oven, which basically is like a convection. It's got that fan moving. That's basically what an air fryer oven is. It's a glorified convection oven. Literally, he would take. I don't know if you saw it earlier. I tagged you in it. He'd take a handful like this right here, and he would just set them on the tray. He didn't sit there and shuffle them out. He just set them right there on the tray. He would sit there and chit-chat for about a couple minutes. He'd set at 450 degrees, and then he'd pull them out, and he had basically, it was a screwdriver, looked like kind of like this head, and he would just sit there and they would just slide right off like butter. Yeah, whatever. I ain't got time for you and your glove comments. I'm not a little sissy. Gen X. We rode in the back of the cars. We drank out of the water hoses. We weren't worried about our helicopter moms and your lame comments. Damn it. How do you move? I'm doing that right now. You got to pull this piece of plastic out of the way. Then you get a set of guitar frets, pliers, unless you have an oven. And then sometimes they will be complicated, then they pop off. These pliers are cut and grooved to get right underneath it. This will not work for the ones that have the metal legs. Gold corner BGAs, well, the old chisel and hammer, or you can use a heat gun. Those are the two ways that I know of. I mean, or you can stick the whole thing in a small oven and just tap the whole board and everything falls off. A lot of times I'll use, if nobody's above me, I got to worry about them sleeping, I'll use the chisel with the hammer method. Works easy. Get you a good wood chisel. And a hammer. They tap right off. Easy. Not a problem. Do you go after the gold-plated pins from cords? Oh, we go after anything that's got gold. We go after it. Give me a second. Let me find it. Pens. These are more of the round pens. Yeah, there's a lot of tin. There's some dirtiness in there. These are more of the finer tins. Finer pins, I should say. Yeah, you're going to see some black stuff. There's going to be some dirty stuff in there. It's not easy. And then, what else I have? I have more here that I have to take apart. Or if the gold pins don't go all the way through, then we can put those in chemicals. And then I think I have, and then pen CPUs. We'll knock this copper piece off. Put heat on the pins here. And you'll hear them crack, and then you just tap them and they come right off. Probably could. I don't know because I can't run an air fryer where I'm at. Maybe next year when spring comes around and we can get outside, we'll do it out there, but I ain't going out there where the snow's at. Nope. I'm not playing with the snow. This chip may or may not have gold. There's no visible spots on it, so basically it's a dud. But we sit on it. We'll hang on to them. I have a bag. Right here. Because even though I don't know, I'll put it in this bag and we'll collect it all up. It's better to hang on to it than it is to throw it away and find out later on it did contain gold, even though it might not have contained much gold. You want to hang on to everything. If you're going into gold recovery, you want to keep everything. Gold and silver recovery, yes. Like right here. M&M's, crystal oscillators. I call them M&M's, they're capacitors, but the colorful ones that look like M&M's, even fuses contain silver. And then, you know, you got the real silver that you know is going to have silver, technical silver. Right there. Well, that's copper. But that square piece right there is silver, technical silver. Which you normally find in circuit breakers. Brass, silver. Yeah, generally it's the older fuses, but I don't know what's older and what's newer. There's not like there's a date on there, so we hang on to all of it. You know. And then there's silver like this, sterling silver. You can remove the silver off of it. You know. And there's where's it at? Where's it at? Right here. Come on, pull out. Old film has silver in it. Keypads. Touch pads. Silver. Yeah. Yeah, nice junk. There's a lot that I've learned in the last few months that wasn't obtained on the tube. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, most people are like, oh, it's dirty brass. Well, yeah. But what's inside the fuse? Oh, I don't know. Silver's used a lot in connections. Plus everything, you know, older back then, like I said, silver was cheap, gold was cheap, so they used it abundant. Now it's going up in prices. They're cautious. It's all about the bottom line. All right, that's about it for me. I'll put it on the scale for giggles. I don't think it weighs much because I still have that to finish up. But we'll put it on there. See what it weighs. Let me give a shout out to somebody. That guy. Oh, let's put it on grams. $33 grams. Let me clean up some more. 50 grams of BGAs. Doesn't take much, you know. 50, let's see, oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh, crap. Let me try this again. Sorry, scrap it all. Messing y'all up. Tear. All right, we're on pounds and ounces. We need to know how many ounces we got. Got one on my shirt. There's probably a couple more on the floor, some that went flying. So there you go. Just under 2 ounces. So we still have a long ways to go to get to a pound. Yeah, not bad, not bad. You know. But I still got to trim all these fingers off, so that's where the, you know, the good stuff is. Put this in my bag. Right here. Do this without falling. And then we'll see here. See, 2 pounds. We're getting there. I want to fill the whole bag up before I send it to the refinery. So if I can get 5 to 6 pounds in there, I'll be happy. You know, because the refinery guy's going to get his cut. So I got to make sure I send more than enough to be pleased. I got a sneak peek for you guys. Oh, put that in the wrong spot. Yeah, hold on one second. Nice junk. You seen a board like this before? Yeah, it's got gold Enoch. Got some flat packs, some gold corner crystal oscillators. Nothing on the bottom. Most people on the YT are like, oh yeah, no big deal. What do you see different? Nice junk. Anybody? Hell yeah. Yeah. When you see the backside with gold, I mean the front side's gonna have gold. And I know how to get this pin out nice and easily now. Because guess what? There's more. But this piece is nice right here. Look at that. Gold on the top, gold on the bottom. This is what comes from TV stations. Those are pretty nice too. I really like this piece. It's not a board. It's gold on aluminum. Nice junk. These come from Snobby. Oh yeah. I want to get a bunch more of these right here. I'll get a bunch more of these right here. I'll get nope, that's not it. Bunch more of these right here will get me a bunch more of these. Oh yeah. Alright friends, thanks for watching. I'm gonna call it. It's getting late. It's well after 1 o'clock, I believe, or 12 o'clock. I don't know, it's late. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for hitting the thumbs up. Subscribe for more. I don't do much on the tube, mainly shorts, but I do go live every now and then. You can always check me out on TikTok if you want. Other than that, take care. God bless. See y'all.